reason summertime sewing is about quick and easy, and I'm not sure why. I guess just because it's fun to have things that are light and quick and comfortable, but yet a little bit stylish. I think I want it all. So the top I have on is 95, and I made it earlier in the summer. I just really love this fabric. It actually goes with a couple things, a couple color schemes that I have. But mostly what I love about it is I love white pants, but I don't necessarily like not having something over them. So with this particular top, I can just throw on my white capris and a white tank and throw it on top, and it covers, but it's yet again cool. And I also think I love the combination of the structure of fitted, which is underneath, and then something loose on top. But what I want to do today is change this up a little bit so that you can see a little different version. So this is pattern number 95. It's Brooke's top. And from the cover, everyone always say to me, that's that. Yes, it is. And actually, I got this idea initially from somebody who wore it to a workshop. And I said, I got to copy that top. She goes, you already did. It's one of your patterns. And I just didn't recognize it because she'd simply left off the button. So it was just open. This I did with no changes to the pattern at all. So you can see it's about elbow length. It comes down, it crosses, and in the back it covers. The original place I got this, I called it Brooke because I got it out of Neiman Marcus. It was $500 for this little top, and I thought, wow, that's really cool. One of the features I really like about it is you can see with the yoke that there is a yoke across the back. So it's not just a blob of fabric, it's actually very controlled, and I just love it. And this twist today is still just really classic. But here's the changes I want to make. I want to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up 5.5 inches up here. So I want it to look more vertical, and I want it to look more vesty-like. And then if you're shorter, I want to show you how to bring up the whole twisty thing up, and I'm going to bring that up 4 inches. Your fabrics are literally limitless. There's so many wonderful things you can do this with. Anything that's open weave. If you have a beautiful open weave and you just want to play it up, you can. I'm going to do it with this white cotton knit that we have. The only thing you have to do is light both sides. It can be knit or woven. Again, just so many fun ideas of things you love to do. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do just quick pattern work for making it narrower and shorter. I'm going to go make the narrower and shorter version, again in the white cotton. And then I'll come back and show it to you. So it's just fun. So there's only 3 pieces, and you're going to change all 3 of them. This first is the yoke. And what you're going to do is measure 5.5 inches in, and then again cut it off. Now keep in mind that if you decide you want to do more, you can, but I would always just kind of make a sample. And these measurements are pretty good as far as being narrower and being shorter. All right, so 5.5 inches I took in. Then I'm going to put, that's the front side, I'm going to give the back side, and you're going to make a big pleat right in the middle of the piece. It'll taper to nothing at the bottom, and you're going to see that this piece, this is what the yoke sews to, and so you're going to make that pleat. If you're taking away 5.5 inches, it'll be half that size, so 2 3/4, 2 3/4 twice on each side, and then you're just going to simply draw a straight line from point A to point B. So you'll cut off some of this and add to this. You'll take this line to this line and make it a straight new line. And I'm not going to even make a new pattern because this is just easy. I just put a big pleat here in the middle, and then I'm taking 4 inches off the bottom because I want to make the whole thing 4 inches smaller. You notice here's my side seam, so I still will have a side seam. So that piece is done. And then this is the front piece, and it goes down one side and twist and comes back up the other side. It's still going to do that, but again, I'm going to make it narrower. So right here in the middle of the panel, my pattern, I've used it a lot. It's really beat up, so you'll have to forgive me. I know where it goes, but a big 2.5 pleat in the middle, and then again, you'll go from this point here to this point over there, and I'm going to cut it out. So you cut off a little here and add a little bit on this other side. And you can pleat that off to the side so that it ends there. And I did that on both sides. Okay, I took a big 2.5 inch pleat out because remember I'm narrowing at 5.5 inches. So 2 3/4 and 2 3/4 equals the 5.5. And then right through the middle here, I'm going to take away 4 inches. So I'm gonna, when I do that, I'm gonna make sure that each side is a 2-inch tuck, and that's going to be my 4 inches. Now also, again, when I pleat a big piece like this, you can see that there's an unevenness there. Just as I'm cutting, cut through the middle and take away from one side, add to the other side, and just make it continual. And keep in mind that it certainly does not have to be exact. The only thing I want to align is I want to make sure that the yoke line aligns. And so I want that to align. And I want to make sure that these side seams align. And I'm not changing either one of those. That's why I'm changing the center, and then I'm pulling in the side. And mostly the goal is, I hope, that you'll see that you really like it. It doesn't matter which position you put it on in the knit, because it doesn't make any difference. I'm not going to finish any of the edges. I'm going to let them all curl and roll. Typically when I do this, the back yoke is doubled. I'm not. I'm just going to do it single. And if I were doing it in a plaid or something like this, it's really fun to play with the back yoke because you can get different positions out of it. Put on the bias. It's all kind of fun. When you look at the back that I did, I put it on the bias also and left the back straight. And then you can see with the front, it's already on the bias. There's no bias in knit. But anyway, it's on the angle because I laid it across the fabric like so. All right. So again, don't get too caught up in those instructions because it's all in the pattern work. Pattern number 95, like I said, you'll look at it and say, that's that. But it's just fun and easy. And then I want to put it over just either some jeans, all kinds of stuff. A white little cover-up is great, even a dress. All right, let's cut. Oh, just to tell you, I forgot, I cut off 2 yards. And even this one I got away with 2 yards. The back of the pattern says 2 1/4. You can get by with 2 yards. One size fits everybody, so you don't need to make it wider. And I have taken the one I made for myself and I've put it all the way on a size woman, 28W, 30W, and it looks fabulous. In fact, they all said, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. So please don't think it's, you know, you have to be anything to wear it. It's just fun, just a fun piece. And again, because of the angle and the way it comes in, it's really slimming. It's very slimming as this angle comes in toward the center there. I love to sew. It's so much fun. It's so quick and easy. And once you know more and more about patterns, you can get so many great looks. So now I've gone all white and just paired it with a little summer. And you can see it's shorter on the arms. So you can go longer and you can see it's way down longer, or you can do shorter. Or you can leave the back. I took the back up, but you could leave the back long and the front short. You get to do anything you want because we're sewers. And sewers are awesome. Happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.